I'll be honest, I hear faith and work integration, and there's just a part of my brain that goes, yeah, right. We think about the progress, the incredible progress women have made in business, whether it's in corporate America. We're seeing more and more C-suite placements, more women at the top. The number of female entrepreneurs is just incredibly hopeful. So this gap actually between how women feel in their workplace and then how they feel in the church. And so during the week, right, I had this very large kind of empowering role, managing, billions of dollars of expense and revenue. And then on Sunday, I would go into the church marketplace, if you will, and really didn't feel that as a female, I was kind of welcomed, if you will, into this, using the same gifts and capacities in the church that I was able to use in the workplace.
Serious. Iowa is not like that.
If their gifts aren't acknowledged in the same way, I think the gap is going to get worse, perhaps, before it gets better, because women are making such great strides in the marketplace. And I think the church has a real calling to take a harder look at this and to make sure that as they think about the value and importance of helping women live out their faith 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, that they've got, they're creating an environment in the church that begins to, if not already, begins to start acknowledging these women in different ways as we move forward.
It's interesting in our local community. There are some of our churches, and we've got a number of employees from those churches who really do not allow women in office or in very substantial roles. And I'm bothered by that. Yeah. But what's interesting is some of those same people, and some of them are males, yet seem not to have a problem having worked for a CEO who was a woman. Right. So it's just an interesting thing, and I don't know whether this is going to just take more dialogue. One thing I would say for sure is I think we can never discount the importance of good mentors for men and women. And again, I don't think a woman necessarily has to have another female mentor who's a woman. But someone who can help them on that journey and actually just sometimes talking through those questions are important. Yeah. And I do think it's we're on a continuum.
Yeah. I think just acknowledging for people that this is a disconnect. And it's not one that we're going to solve, right away. And giving people ways to think about that as they seek to integrate both of those things, and recognizing that you may feel one way in the workplace as a female, and then you may go into church on Sunday and you might not feel quite the same. And we acknowledge that, we recognize that. How do we help you kind of continue to move forward and make progress, although it might be small in some cases? I think eventually, my hope and my dream is that those two things come together.